Okay, and then we will officially start the seminar today. And the first speaker will be Professor Fei Pi Lai, and he received his bachelor degree from National Taiwan University and master and PhD degree from computer science from University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. And he is a professor in Graduate Institute of Biomedical Electronics and Bioinformatics, the Graduate Institute of Medical Device and Imaging, the Graduate Institute of Health Policy and Management, the Department of Computer Science and Information Engineering, and the Department of Electrical Engineering at National Taiwan University. And he served as a secretary in Medical Affairs, National Taiwan University Hospital. He was a vice superintendent of National Taiwan University Hospital. He was the chairman of Taiwan Network Information Center. He was a visiting professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering at the University of Minnesota in USA. Yeah, so his current research interest is about medical informatics, so I believe we will learn many from his talk. So let's welcome Professor Lai. Yep.
Thank you, Chairman. Honorable guests and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Taiwan and welcome to National Taiwan University. Okay, and let me introduce you our logo. Here stands for integrity and deep learning. And then love country and love people. Okay, that's our logo, our university. Okay. And this morning, I will briefly introduce the current progress of precision medicine at our hospital. Okay. Okay, this is my outline. For the honorable guests, first I will briefly introduce our hospital, and then I will talk about our integrated medical database, which used to support the research of precision medicine, and then about the prospect of precision medicine at our hospital, and some preliminary result of gene and the electrical medical record in our hospital, and last one is our roadmap. Okay, our hospital is a public and university-based tertiary medical center. This building built in 1921 by Japanese. Okay, it was founded in 1895. Okay, it's older than our university. Okay, and recognized by public and media as the best teaching hospital and a top medical school in Taiwan. Okay, this is our main building now, and this is our children's hospital. Okay, we have a headquarters here, and also we have 5 branch hospitals located, one in Taipei City and New Taipei City, and 2 in Hsinchu, okay, and 1 in Yinlin. Okay, and totally we have about 6,800 employees, not including research assistant. It's more than 3,000. Okay, and we have around totally around 1,300 physicians, and have more than 3,000 nurses. And we have 2,100 inpatient beds. That's including 243 ICU beds, and our patient, we have new inpatient each day about 300, and our outpatient, we serve more than 9,000 outpatient every day. And for the emergency department, we also have new patient about 300 per day. Okay. Okay, and then I will briefly introduce our integrated medical database, because so many people are interested in this. Okay, the goals of this medical database is to integrate all the clinical database in our N2H system, that including headquarters and all the branch hospital. And we want to establish a data research platform to meet the need of our user to effectively use our clinical data. And then to speed up various research and application and to improve the overall quality. This is the architecture of how we integrate our clinical data. We have online data that support the daily operation, including the hospital information system, the laboratory information system, the radiology information system, and this is the management information system. Okay. For the legacy system, we used to use IBM PCS system, and for a laboratory information system, used to use the Sybase. So we have to also transform the clinical data from these two databases and integrate together. We do, most important is we do the identification. Okay, so put it into integrated medical database to support research. Okay, and of course the most important one is we do the identification. Okay, if you need to identify a patient, in some cases, yes, you apply to the IRB for exemption from the informed consent. Okay, of course, if you want to link with the National Health Insurance Database, you can also apply to our IRB, and you can get the clinical data with identification. So you can link these two databases together. Okay. And for the data period, the headquarters, we started use our outpatient information system, starting from 2006 January the 2nd. And for the inpatient, after 1 year's effort, we come up with inpatient information system. That's 2003 in February. And for the emergency department, we have a new one. It's 2009, okay, in February. And the Peifu branch first is the first user of our information system. So you can see it's earlier than the headquarters because we have a try run at the Peifu. Okay, so it started from 2005, the September inpatient same because we have confidence now, so same, and for emergency same, and then Jinshan branch joined our system, so we started use the same hospital information system 2013 March, Indian 2014 January, Hsinchu 2014 November, and Zhudong, the last one, joined the system 2015 the May. Okay, so we include all this data period. And of course, if you want to use this database, you first get approval by the IRB. Okay, and this is just the brief regulation that you have the responsibility for the good custody and the confidentiality. Okay, and also not only the PI, also his supervisor, both should be responsible for the supervision or custody, use, and destruction after the research. Okay, and applicant can only permit study within the scope approved by IRB and may not provide authority to others for use or try to identify the individual with other data. Okay, that's the principle of usage. Okay. And about the data volume, we have around 3 terabytes, and it's keep increasing. Okay, but not including the image and report. And for our operational data, for the hospital information system online, it's just 3 years data online. is totally about 3 terabytes, and for the archive is 1 terabyte. And for the electrical medical record with digital signature in DB is about 3 terabytes. In file storage, around 13 terabytes. Since we studied using electrical medical record, is 2014. And for data warehouse is for report our claim and get a reimbursement to the National Health Insurance Administration. It's about 2 terabytes. It's just 1 day difference from the online database. And for text online, it's about 10 years. Totally has 140 terabytes. And we divide to short and long term. For short term, you can get any image within 1.5 seconds, and you get the long-term data less than 10 seconds. Okay, and this is only in headquarters only. We have also image stored in 5 branch hospital. They have their own PACS system, but we merge all the report together. For the report is around 240 gigabytes. Is about 10 years. All the system data are included, and for a laboratory information system, totally we have around 2 terabytes. Okay, and for the administration, for the management information system is about 1 terabyte. Okay, this is the situation of our operational data. Okay, okay, and then I will talk about our precision medicine. Okay, right now we are put tremendous effort try to retransform our hospital information system that can support personalized health care. Okay, that means it can handle the genes data, also can include to handle the environmental data, also try to edit the lifestyle of as many as possible of every patient or the lifestyle. Okay, of course, we base our EMR, that's electronic medical record. Let me introduce you. This is patient-centric styles healthcare. Okay, a patient like live with his family member, and this stands for environmental condition. Okay, and the patient use the smartphone and smartwatch to record his lifestyle. And what is lifestyle? Lifestyle included how many hours you sit in front of your table. Okay, whether you do regular exercise, do you do the relaxation traveling, what is your party's inclination, political party, okay, what you eat every day, how you travel to the working place, okay, and your sex life, and how many hours do you sleep, and what's the environment of your working place, okay, and of course the religion is also very important of your lifestyle. It will affect your health, okay, and this just means our hospital information, our hospital system, we support long-term care. So nurses will circulate visit some patient regularly, okay, per month, and to have a complete EMR, like sometimes you just got a cold and you will visit the clinic nearby, not the tertiary hospital. So we need the mechanism of my health bank from National Health Insurance Administration to include all the medical records generated from other clinic and other hospital. Like this stands for secondary hospital. Sometimes you need a secondary opinion from other hospital. And what do you buy any drug from your nearby drugstore is also very important to your health. So we wish that all the information can be transformed to my health bank, and we can, under the agreement of the patient, we can get all the data from my health bank and integrate into our health cloud, okay? And then we will build a patient portal so patient can look up all the complete information, including electrical medical record and also personal health record, okay? And this is a telehealth care center, also support long-term care, and we use to management and to take care of the patient 24 hours, anytime, any location, okay? So in order to support personal health care, we need some alliance like the insurance company. We also need the support from the patient group, okay? Patient support group, and also we need to get some location-based service, individualized drug, also the personal health device, okay? And with the support of the EMR, also the gene, and from the tertiary hospital, this health center can take care of the patient wholly, okay? So this is our scope of patient, personal health care, and there are three connections. This .9 stands for alliance, and -9 stands for the service, and for the data information flow, this 39 stands for this, okay? And the patient can transform all the lifestyle and the vital signs to our healthcare center, and we will get the environmental open data from our government, okay? And right now we are retransforming our hospital information system so it can provide this kind of care. Okay, and then I will show you some preliminary result of our project supported by Ministry of Science and Technology. Okay. First, I will talk about our whole exome sequence for pediatric intensive care unit. Okay, totally without this project, usually it will take 2 months. Take about 2 months to complete this service. Okay, and with the support from Ministry of Science and Technology now, we can reduce 2 months to just 7 days, okay? And the effort from our computer scientists is that we build a tool to do the variant coding and also do the clinical reading. Original done manually, it will take about 2 weeks, but now support by our tool, this 2 weeks can be reduced to 2 days. Of course, we are keep our effort. We try to maybe reduce to 1 day or just half day. And for this DNA extraction and quality control, it take 1 day. And then for library construction, take about 8 hours. And for capturing, take about 19 hours. And sequencing, 29 hours now. If we double our budget to run this 4 phase, this can be reduced to half of the time. So that means 5 days can be reduced to 2 days or 2.5 days if we put double the budget here. Okay. Our goal is we wish to reduce the turnaround time from 7 days to maybe 4 days, 3 days, okay. And how to find a mutation after whole exome sequence? For the base pair sequence is around 30 million. take about 1% of human genome. And for the SMP and any small insertion and deletion found, there are about 40,000 or 100,000. And among them, about 10,000 is non-synonymous change. And for the important one, for the splice site bearing, there will be about 1,500, and for nonsense one is about 100. So our target is we try to find any one mutation in dominant disease or 2 mutations in recessive diseases. Okay, so our effort in computer scientists is we cooperate with the doctor in gene department. We call it MViewer, that's mutation viewer. Okay. This is architecture of MViewer. After the data generated from the next generation sequence, you will put into our program we call MViewer, and then we will get the final mutation report to the patient and also to the doctor. Okay. And this is our process. Like we will annotate any single nucleotide variant data with different annotation, because the database has been updated every day and very differently from many countries. So we need to compare as many as possible. So right now we compare our variant to WANOVA, and also we compare to Berry Studio, also compare to VarioWatch. We don't want to miss anyone, so we try to compare online, as more as possible. And this is the pipeline of the work. First, we do the merge, because we compare to many established database about mutations. So we have to merge, and then we query the HGMD, stand for Human Gene Mutation Database, and also the online Mendelian's Inheritance of Man database. And then because we take care of the baby, so we need to compare the trial analysis. We will speed up the comparison. And then we do the filter, and then we also put some interpretation tool. Then we come up with the variant list. Okay. This is the screenshot of our tool. This is the result of merge result from different comparison to different database, and this is our tool area, and this shows our some filter condition in order to reduce the possible variant number. Okay, and we have put more effort, like we want to further speed up the process. Okay, this MViewer, we get annotation, and we calculate the severity score, and we get annotated variant with the severity score, and then we do the filtering, considering the inheritance situation. Okay, and we come up with the candidate genes. Then we do the text mining. We want to compare the symptoms from our electrical medical record, and we also need to have consult some online genes database. We include gene information, and then we come up with the final report. Okay, and our current effort is we want to. This is done half manually right now. We want to do is completely, like we want to extract the important keyword from our medical record, so it can directly compare with the filter genes, and then come up with the final correct one. Okay. And what our effort achievement is, firstly, from the next generation sequencing, okay, come up with 40 to 100,000 variants, and our filtering can reduce it to 200 variants. And if we keep doing test mining, as we compare with the symptoms from our medical record, it can reduce to the correct one, just 1 or 2 variants in one gene. Okay. This is the recent result. Okay, this is demographics. Like a study until now we had 26 patients. The age is calculated in months because all are baby. Okay, this is the mean and standard error. This is the medians, and the gender is 20 to 6. And this is the major phenotype. There's some abnormality of nervous system, cardiovascular system, immune system, metabolism, or homeostasis, or musculature, and eye, and the genitourinary system. Okay, this is the number of the patient, and this is the the number we saw. Okay, 6 out of 11, 2 out of 6, 1 out of 3, and 3 out of 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so they only not to change the diagnosis after the whole exome sequence, like 1 here and 1 here. So until now, 24 survived and 2 passed away. Okay. And compared to the state-of-the-art research, this JAMA paper was published in last December. Okay, and there's the experiments run from 2011 to 2015, so just about 3 years ago, okay? And this is their result. They have critical tri exons, their number is about 63, and this their diagnosis percentage is about 50.8%, and turnaround time, of course, it's 3 years ago. They took up average 13 days, but here we only spend 6.4 days. Okay, and for effective medical management, 7 out of 15, and there is 23 out of 32. Okay, so from this you can feel that so we have very result. Okay. And 11 out of 15 is about 73% of the subcases are first identified in Taiwan. Okay. This is the case number, and this is the clinical diagnosis, molecular diagnosis, genes identified. This the time we took, and this is whether new in Taiwan or not. And I will talk about just one case. Okay, this is 1 month-old girl. Is when I meet to our emergency department, is shock and metabolic acidosis. Okay, and ECG show the poor left heart ejection fraction. Okay, and lactic acids are very high, and the treatment with ventilation and catecholamines. Okay, you can see the heart size is huge. Okay, and after the whole exome sequence, okay, we get it the result in 7 days. Actually, about 6.4 days, and we find out it's kind of COQ4's homozygous mutation. Also, so we just treat with high-dose coenzyme Q. In the outcomes, the baby can be discharged from the hospital and not just regularly outpatient service follow-up. Okay, I will skip this because of time limitation. Okay, and now we keep going. Just as I said, we will extract a keyword from our medical record, automatically, and we want to compare not just the database existing there. We want to compare it to any academic publication, so we can get more variants. Because from our effort, we just there are still some myths not identified by our end viewer. Okay, so maybe it's a new or mutation, but we don't sure. Okay, so we want to compare as more literature as possible. Okay. This is just our best match algorithm, and our next two efforts we want to compare the most complete ones from the PubMed. Of course, we must done this by artificial intelligence technique, not manually. Okay, and we also want to include the now change the exact match to fuzzy match. So, okay, this is two directions of our effort. Okay. This diagram just shows that we want to include this effort, this gene research effort into our hospital information system. So not just the physician from the gene department can get the gene data. All the physicians in our hospital can get the information. Okay, that's just the variant, code, format, and this just we want to support every physician in our hospital. Okay, and I'll just briefly show you. We also put our effort in electrical medical record. Okay. It's very difficult to do the coding. Okay. So you see, even use tri-by turtle is encoded in ICD-10. Okay. So coding is both laborious and very time-consuming. Usually, for an expert, it took about 20 minutes to do the coding. Okay, you hit by a turtle, also run out the code. Okay. Our objective will be an automatic ICD-10 coding system. Okay, from the text our medical record into automatic the ICD, the diagnosis reported to NHIA. Okay, this is our. We transform the text to a vector. Okay, okay. Is we do the data processing. Okay, I just show you. This is the data we use. We have around 130,000 samples. Okay, and include the discharge diagnosis, brief history, medication, operation, and physical exam. Okay, this data category is one-to vector, and here how we transform each individually by neural network with embedding layer, convolutional, get it recurrent, get dense vector, and then we come up with ICD-10 code. This is the result. We have for the only single digit, we get about 90%. For the first two digits, 74. Third digit is 70 accuracy. Okay. But the full record is very difficult to classify. Okay, this is how our effort in our environment data collection and monitoring. We have cooperation with the ASUS company. We can get all this kind of data. Okay, I'll just skip this. It's cooperate with ASUS company. They show you how we correct the environmental data. Okay, Last, I show you our roadmap. Like we integrate the My Health Bank to get complete EMR. We integrate with our post-acute care, long-term care, hospice care. We want to get complete electronic health record. We use the environment center to get environment and climate open data. We promote health, mobile health care to get complete lifestyle using the smartphone and smartwatch. And we want to cooperate with strategic partners like the credit card company, the ISP, and the phone company, and EasyPay, because how you consume is the most accurate to report your lifestyle. Okay, consumption equivalent to lifestyle. Okay, lastly, we want to thank all the members of our team doing the Medical Genius AI Decision Support System for Precision Medicine. Also, thank you for the Ministry of Science and Technology with the grant support. Okay, thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Yeah, we have time for one quick question. Yeah. Question from our audience.
We also do some effort using the smartphone and smartwatch to, to provide some service, because our final goal is that we want to correct lifestyle using the smartphone and smartwatch. Correct the lifestyle data. Yeah. Just what you eat, how long you sleep, how long you sit, and then, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Thank you for the nice talk. I noticed that you use the exome sequencing data, but so why you still use the exome sequencing data? Because now the whole genome is getting more and more cheaper, and it covers more information.
Yeah, it's cheaper but still expensive than whole exome, and. Yeah, next step, we are going to our next generation sequence, yes.
So you mean that the current cost is still not feasible for your usage?
We will say whole exome is cheaper than whole, generation. Yeah. But we will move to whole genome, yes, certainly, yeah. We have timing consideration, because it's very urgent for the baby, and we need to come up with solution quickly, Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for the talk. You present this integrated system, so I set up it. But NTU Hospital is just one of the systems. So is this applicable to the whole country?
First to our NTUH system, and I think some component can be used by other hospitals, but I think right now not much effort has been put into the genes research and the lifestyle research. So in other hospitals, they must have a very scalable infrastructure in order to include our effort here. Must be scalable because it will be a totally brand new hospital information system and need a lot of power, and also scalable. Scalable is very important. Otherwise, you just stuck there,
Okay, thank you, Professor Lai. So let's thank the speaker again. And